What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. So get the popcorn popping, get the swords pouring. Hurry up, make love to your wife, and get right back at here because it's time for your favorite show in the entire universe. It's the Lucha Libre News Rant show, only on Peter Buddy. So it's probably going to be a little bit longer of a show today. I know I usually always say it's not going to be very long, but AAA invading America just happened the other day at Madison Square Gardens. Now I have to say it really wasn't a sellout event. I love how they blacked out 95% of the arena and did a little bit of a lighting design to so that you could really not see all the empty seats in the venue. It started out, I was not a fan of the high roped ring. I mean, the ring just seemed kind of a little bit taller than what AAA usually has. Of course, AAA usually always has a six-sided ring anyway. I mean, I wasn't a fan of the ring off the top. The matches I found to be much less lucha libre and definitely more Americanized wrestling, which of course was a huge disappointment. I was not pumped at all to see so many Impact wrestlers. It seemed like they wanted to do more of an Impact versus AAA for some really random reason. I don't really know why they went with that direction. It was definitely out of the blue. It was pretty weird and random. I mean, AAA versus AEW would have really made more sense, but I don't really know why they went in that direction. It would have just been way better just to have done what they were advertising for, and that's a AAA takeover of New York. That would have been way better to see for sure. The only match that really stuck out to me was, of course, Tessa versus Taya. Now, this was definitely the matchup of the night and the matchup that I was really looking forward to ever since Triple Mania took place. Even before Triple Mania took place, I was looking forward to this matchup. Now, this matchup was really everything that the lead up made it out to be. The back and forth was definitely off the wall. Both gave it their all and then some. One of my favorite. This basically became one of my favorite matches in Luchadora history for sure. One of my favorite Luchadoras of all time, and of course, was Taya. She ended up winning this matchup and became the new AAA Women's Champion. It was such a great matchup. If you haven't seen that match, I would definitely go check it out. It was just so good. And of course, they had, for some really bad reason, Drago was involved in Fatal 4-Way matchup. Obviously, he lost because he's the biggest jobber in Lucha Libre history. The guy just really sucks. I don't know why they would strap a title around this guy's waist, but Dega ended up winning that matchup and is now the number one contender for the AAA Cruiserweight title. Like I said, I wish this event was more of a AAA showcase instead of a AAA versus Impact, but what are you going to do, right? Of course, we did see the Lucha brothers taking on LAX, Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr. The match was definitely nothing amazing and nothing really great. Obviously, very extremely predictable. You know that Penta and Phoenix would win that matchup, and they did. I think that matchup was definitely a huge miss, as 95% of these matchups were. I mean, there's really nothing exciting, really nothing noteworthy, nothing to write home about except for, of course, Taya versus Tessa. That was a really great matchup. I definitely, in that matchup, I definitely give that matchup a perfect 10 out of 10. I think it was great. I'd watch it over and over again for sure. But yeah, the tag team match, nothing at all. Ken Velasquez, of course, did have another matchup. This, of course, for some reason was another six-man tag. I don't really know why they don't really want to put Cain Velasquez in singles competition. They keep pushing him in six-man tag. I don't really know. I mean, it could have been so much better than it was had he just gone in singles competition. But for some reason, he did better than he did in Triple Mania. But however, it was just a decent match. It wasn't good. It wasn't great. All in all, I give this event a 3 out of 10. Just because, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't just have a AAA showcase. I mean, they don't really come to America that often, and to kind of just water it down with a Impact versus AAA, it just really confused me, and it just kind of like it took me out of it, and I mean, even the luchadors kind of were doing American style, so it just really took me out of everything for some reason. I just really couldn't get into it, and I really didn't enjoy the event at all. If you missed it, you didn't miss anything. Like, don't check it out. It was just really bad. Another news, WWE has been meeting with the CMLL in hopes to buy a good portion of their library to help diversify WWE Network's shows. They, of course, want to buy CMLL's a good portion of their library to show on their network. CMLL, for those of you who don't know, is the oldest Lucha Libre company in existence right now. They're this year, I believe they're 86 years old. They're just preparing for their 86th year anniversary. So they are the oldest Lucha Libre company in history. CMLL has agreed to show some of its shows. Some of its library they've agreed to pass on to the WWE in hopes of gaining a new audience, a bigger audience, much more audience. CMLL is the oldest Lucha Libre company in the world, but it's not the biggest. AAA is the biggest, so of course this would be great for them to gain that bigger audience for sure. Not much more is known right now about this deal, but of course, as more comes out, I'll definitely let you guys know. I think it's a great deal. I think CMLL should do it. It would bring more of a mainstream audience to CMLL. Nobody really knows CMLL unless you're kind of like a hardcore Lucha Libre fan. Also, MLW versus the Crash is set for October 5th in Tijuana, Mexico. Matches are including Rey Horus versus Hammerstone, Dragon Lee, and Barbaro teaming up with Caverno and Saberno to take on Teddy Hart, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Brian Pillman Jr. That should be a pretty good match. The Rey Horus match, I'm not looking forward to. I think Rey Horus is horrible. He's still green. He's too, why give the guy the championship title? He can't cut it. I don't know why they would do that, but this matchup should be really good. I mean, you have pretty much all the tops in Lucha Libre in this matchup. I mean, Dragon Lee, he's probably the biggest up and comer to come out of Lucha Libre this year. I would say for sure. Caverno, another great name, making huge headway in the CMLL right now. Definitely going to be a great matchup for sure. Also, La Park versus Beasta 666. Mecha Wolf. No, sorry. Beasta is partnering up with 666. I keep getting this wrong, sorry. La Parka is going to be teaming up with Beasta 666, Mecha Wolf to take on Fatu, Joseph, Samuel, and Simon Gotch. That should be a decent matchup. I mean, I'm definitely a fan of Beasta. I'm a fan of La Park. And Mecha Wolf is definitely becoming one of my favorite luchadors out there. Every time I see the guy, he just, takes me off the edge of my seat and, kind of blows me away. And, he definitely never ceases to surprise for sure. So that event right there should be also really good. Also, it is now official that Son of Ghost, Son of Phantasma, has officially signed with the WWE under, of course, a different look and different name. So probably not going to recognize that guy if you tune in to that, which is kind of a bummer. I definitely don't think he should have signed. I think he should have stayed on the independence scene and stuck with the whole Lucha Libre thing, because he's just going to get, he's going to go more Americanized style, and it's just going to be really horrible. But that's the show for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll check you in the next video.